All right, guys, in this video, I have another brand which I'm going to cover who was able to generate over $26.1 million in a 12-month period. And I'm going to go through the entire funnel from what products they're promoting, how they're generating the traffic to the website, how much traffic they're generating to the website, who are they targeting, what traffic sources they're using, their ad strategy on Meta and Google, and their social media strategy organically, what type of content they're posting on those platforms, alongside how are they going ahead and set up their website to maximize conversions and conversion rates. And I also go through an example of email as well that you can go ahead and implement yourself, right? So watch the video to the end and you're getting a ton of value. Again, if you're a business owner and you're not having the attention that's required for you to watch the whole video, then I advise that you click off this video right now, because this is going to be a long video. It's going to be raw, uncut, and I'm just going to give a ton of value here, which I provide brands for my, with who I work with, right? So again, if you're a brand owner who's just starting out, maybe doing revenue already, and you need help to get into the next level, like this brand has gotten to, then you can go ahead and book a call below. I provide a one-on-one consulting program where I work with brands in order to maximize their revenues, like I've done for this brand, where they generate $385,000 in a 60-day period. And basically, you can book a call and we can go over your current situation, desired situation, and solutions I can provide, which is basically this, right? What I'm going to cover. This is the solution I provide, but essentially, that will be basically what I will do for you. And then obviously we just get straight with the onboarding, right? And payment on the call. So basically this brand is on an active. And before I go into more detail about the brand, I'm Sammy. I've been able to work with brands for the past 5 years now. I understand what works, what doesn't work. And I've been able to generate millions of dollars for brands in the e-commerce space, right? Fashion, health, and beauty. So this is basically what they're doing, and I have the data to back that up as well. You can see here, One Active, they are a gymwear brand. They're generating $26.1 million in a 12-month period, and they promote boot bottoms and leggings, t-shirts and tops, women gym clothes, and gymwear related items as well. This brand was founded by Chrissy Zeller, an influencer, a fitness influencer. So they had that advantage to begin with, because obviously she was quite early to the gymwear space, in the last decade. And then obviously she built up a following. And now in 2020, she founded her brand, One Active. So they were able to grow from there. But yeah, in terms of like how they're generating the traffic, you can see here, they have consistent number of visitors to the website, around 80,000. And that is a lot of visitors to bring to a website in 1 month, right? So you can see how they're generating over $1 to $2 million per month, right? Just with this number of visitors, because they would have high conversion rates. They would have optimized their website, which will go over, and that would generate a ton of revenue, right? And they're bringing in existing customers as well, coming back to the website and purchasing again and again. So here you can see here, the bounce rate is 46%. This is sort of around average. So almost 1 in 2 people are going ahead and viewing more than one page. And also almost half of them are leaving the website after one page, right? But given that this is a massive problem, because you can retarget those people, you definitely want to keep this as low as possible. But it's also an indicator of how fast your website is, how good quality your website is, and that obviously can play in a factor, right? Also, we have the pages per visitor is around 5 pages, which is definitely a good number, which means that multiple people are seeing multiple pages and they're going ahead and getting acquainted with the brand. They're getting a better understanding of what products they're promoting. And obviously, the more information they have, the more likely they're able to make an informed decision on purchasing the product, right? Because people don't buy what they don't know. So this is very important. Also, they have a visit duration of around 2 minutes and 41 seconds. This is a good amount, which means that on average, people are spending almost 3 minutes on the website, right? If you're browsing the products, etc., right? This is very, very important, because obviously you want them to stay on the website as long as possible. And it's obviously positively correlated with their ability to make a decision and their interest in buying your products. So very powerful. Make sure this is as high as possible. And this is obviously related to how high quality traffic you're bringing in is, as well as the quality of your website, right, and how your products are presented. Obviously, we have the geography, so they are primarily targeting the UK, and yeah, they are pretty much a UK-based brand. So you can imagine that they are going to target the UK. They have logistics in the UK, and obviously that's going to help them to ship out the product fast. And obviously, the founder is also pretty much from the UK, so she has an understanding of the market. So that's why they've gone ahead and scaled into that market. And obviously, as they grow, eventually they'll go ahead and expand in the US market and European markets as well. So that's what you want to do. You want to also make sure you're marketing in your home country, ideally, because you have a good understanding of what your market has or wants, right, related to your product. Because we see a lot of brands who try to go into the United States, and then what happens is they don't have an understanding of the buying behaviors, the competitors, all this different stuff, right? And they find that they're very unprofitable, right? And they fail to launch in that market because they have a lack of understanding. And again, I help brands out with this. They can't do it by themselves because it will take them years to do it. They don't have a fundamental understanding of the market and how the consumers buy products in that particular market, especially US one. So again, I help out brands with that. So if you're interested in that, you book in a call below. And again, this is not something that you can really do yourself, right? Because again, you're just wasting your time, wasting money. Again, Black Friday is coming up very soon. You should have already prepared this in advance. And again, millions upon billions of dollars are going to be made in Black Friday, which is going to be very lucrative for brands who have prepared early and know exactly what they need to be doing and are getting consulting help alongside help with other agencies, etc., right, and experts. So that's what they've done in terms of the geography. Now, in terms of traffic sources, you can see here they are pretty much getting the traffic from direct and search. This is desktop only, but you can see here a lot of it's coming from organic search. They are running paid search ads as well. So that's very powerful in getting middle funnel traffic into the website and purchasing. Direct, obviously, they're a bigger brand now, so they're able to get people just to go straight to the website by just typing in the URL in their search bar or the browser. And then if you see you've got some from referrals, obviously they have been published in publications, articles, and then traffic will come from there too. And then you got social. Again, they are scaling on social, as you'll see later. So this isn't going to be as low on mobile. On mobile, usually is around 40 to 50% of traffic is coming from social, because again, pretty much everyone uses mobile with their social, right? They use Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Snapchat, Twitter, etc. on their mobile. They don't use it on their desktop. So you can imagine this will be a lot higher on mobile. So that's pretty much how they're generating the traffic, where they're getting the traffic from, etc. Now let's go on to the marketing itself, right? Because this is a very important part. This is how they're generating the traffic, generating the attention that's required for them to go ahead and actually generate the revenue. So we can see here they are running meta ads. They are running a good amount, around 70 current ads running, which is a lot, which means a lot of ad spend is going through the ads. And you can see here that they have a good amount of creatives here, right? They have mostly images, which is good, but they also have some videos as well to diversify it at their creatives, which is very important because you want to obviously make sure that you're appealing to different parts of the target market. If you're not doing that, then it means that you're just focusing on one area, which limits your ability to scale. And you'll find that when you're running ads, that you're only able to get so far with them. But when you start adding in more creatives, you find that you're going to get more people reacting to your ads. You get more, higher ROAS as a result. You get some ads that perform very well, some ads don't perform well. And then obviously now you have more intel, you have more data, which you can go ahead and utilize in order to make more ads, and then it becomes an iterative process, right? So you can see here, they have a video ad here, they have a model wearing the products, right? Very powerful. You definitely want to do that. It looks very flattering on them, etc. And obviously they've got ad copy here, so show your commitment to strength in activewear pieces made by lifters, for lifters. So they're trying to appeal to that part of the target market. And obviously they have sharp, new, effortless, and unified style, right? Here they have an image of the product on sort of like flat lay, which can be a good sort of addition to the creatives that you make. Again, unified macro. They have a green background as well. And again, they have dumbbells here. Again, they're trying to appeal to that target market who are into gym, into exercise, etc. Right? So that's who they appeal to, and this can work very well. They have another one, again, models wearing the product. They've got sort of a mantra here, stronger together. And again, they're clearly showing the products. They have the logo in the middle. And again, they use the same copy as they do with this one, right? This is more or less a variation of this, right? They have the two same models, the same background, but they're wearing different products, right? So it's just sort of like a variation that they've done. And again, they have like a sort of collage here of the models wearing their products. Very powerful. You sort of showcase your different products all in one image. And obviously that can appeal to a lot of different people as well. So very powerful, something that you definitely want to implement for your brand. Again, I help brands out with this. Most of the time they can't do it themselves. And if they do it by themselves, it's very low quality. They don't understand how to appeal to their target market with the right creatives, which is what you need to consulting for in the first place, right? So if you think you can do it yourself, most 99% of the time you can't, because there's loads of different moving parts. And again, you definitely want to understand what things your target market react to, right? And obviously I have the experience in knowing what they will react to, what they won't, and I have the data as well behind it. So basically that's what we did for this brand, basically doing $385,000. Basically we had I gave them consulting on the creatives, and obviously consulting on the ad strategy, right? Because that's very important. That's like another part, right? You definitely need both parts. If you don't have the ability to make the right creatives, then the ads will be limited. Again, if you don't have the right ad strategy, the ads again will be limited. So you need both of them combined. And yeah, eventually that's what I did with that brand that generated almost 400K in 2 months. And yeah, they had very, very strong creatives that were very differentiated, that actually appealed to their target market at a high level, to the point where they were getting 10x ROAS, 15x ROAS, right, from their ads, a good amount of spend. So that's definitely what you want. And that's for Meta. As for Google, again, they do Google ads as well. You can see here they have Google shopping ads. Again, this is very powerful because it showcases the product to the person who searched for them, or for leggings or whatever the product they're looking for. And yeah, they have the model on a gray background, very clear. So it emphasizes the product more. And then obviously they have the price, they have they have perks as well. They give information about the delivery and free 30-day returns, etc., which can be obviously just put all the offers there up front. So when they get to the website, they have a full understanding of what the shipping is, the returns are, and that will increase conversion rates. And that's why Google's very powerful. That's why it can produce much higher ROAS usually than Meta, and a high spend. But it's definitely more competitive, more difficult to crack. And again, it can be limited by search volume, all these different things that need to be taken into account. And yeah, so you definitely need to take that into account. Again, very technical. You definitely need consulting on this as well. So again, if you need help with that, you can book a call below. Also, you got the social media. So you can see here they have the social media. Have a big following on Instagram, 807,000 followers, and they obviously post content consistently, 1,700 posts. You can see if they have their TikTok, over 100,040 followers, which is quite a lot on TikTok, right? Most brands that we covered, right, in my previous videos, right? If you go ahead and watch those after, you see a lot of the brands only have a few thousand followers. And the reason for that is because the TikToks that they're creating, they're not creating a lot of them. Usually you want to post multiple times a day in order to get more views. And now obviously with more views, you get more followers. You can see here that they've gone ahead and implemented a good strategy for TikTok, which we'll cover. And obviously they've got Pinterest as well. And yeah, that's how they're able to grow organically and scale organically as well. But yeah, for Instagram to start off with, you can see here they have models wearing the product on a gray background. This can still be very powerful on Instagram because it's clear cut. And you can see they get a lot of engagement, right? 11,000 likes. Again, they have 800,000 followers, so this is pretty much normal, but you can imagine that's still a lot of people are liking, engaging with the post, and also seeing it as well. You can imagine that probably 100,000 people are seeing this post. So very, very, very powerful. You can see here, they also have another influencer wearing the product, and in the lifestyle setting here, you can see the person in the gym, obviously, and they're wearing the products. And obviously they're influencers, so they're going to attract a lot of likes as well. You see we have a commenter saying wanna more than everything else. And again, you have other people asking questions about when the restock is happening, etc. So this is the power of organic marketing, especially on Instagram. And again, this is very, very a good idea to do in the gym wear space, because you can imagine there's a lot of people who want to keep fit, who want to look good on Instagram. So this plays well into it. Obviously, you have the TikTok. Here are some example TikToks that they are posting on there. They have pretty much content creators trying on the products in their house or the lifestyle setting. And this can work very well, right? You also have the founder, as you can see here, trying on a product or doing some sort of skit here. You definitely want to diversify that, see what works for the account that you're running on TikTok. And again, a lot of them will get a good amount of views. But you can see 5,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, etc. That's basically how you get views, how you get followers. And obviously you want to keep doing that, because this is a never ending process, right? You definitely want to keep growing your account, because the more followers you get, the more customers you get as a result. So that's what they do on TikTok. And then obviously they do the same thing on Pinterest, just post high quality photos on Pinterest and very aesthetic photos. That is what's going to appeal to the Pinterest audience, right? So that's the organic marketing strategy. And obviously all of this combined will maximize the amount of traffic they're generating, 80,000 per month. And obviously this will help to maximize the revenue they're generating, which is $26 million in a year. So that's how they're doing their marketing in the broad scheme of things. And again, this can be implemented by your brand again, but you need consulting on this, because all the time brands come up to me and they say, oh, I tried this, it didn't work, tried another thing, it didn't work. And again, they're making a lot of mistakes that they're not aware of. So that's why you need consulting. That's what the consultants are for, right? And again, which you most likely will if you're watching to this point, if you need help with this sort of implementing this, in the fastest way possible and easiest way possible, then you can book a call below, or you can DM me on Instagram about this, right? So obviously the traffic will come from marketing. It will go straight to the website. They have a sign-up form, which is a small one. But yeah, just collect new emails, very powerful, because you want to do email marketing with them in the back end. The homepage, you can see they have the homepage. And again, they have their hero image showcasing their product and their logo. You say, show your commitment, introducing our Lifting Champions capsule. So they're promoting a collection here. So that's basically what you want to do. They obviously offer free shipping over $150 or pounds in this case. And yeah, they have a loyalty club here. You can click on this button, will showcase the loyalty club. And it's just like my last video where people can go ahead and sign up and they'll get perks and advantages, right, to signing up. So those have free new releases. Obviously, they showcase products here. It will take people straight to the product page. This will help to maximize conversions. They have restocking. They give you option to add to wish list. They do a countdown timer, sort of like a drop model, which I've covered in my other videos as well. Please watch my other videos, because they contain information which is being applied to brands like these. But I go into more detail about that on those videos, right? So watch those videos after. Bestsellers, you can see here, they promote the bestsellers, very powerful. Shorts, sports bras, tops, etc. Right? So you see what they're doing, right? They're trying to get people straight to the collection page, straight to the product pages, so they can convert. So you definitely want to do that. And again, I help brands out with that, because there's a certain way you do this. And again, you may have done it yourself, but that's why you're in the position that you are right now. That's why you're not scaling, because you're not applying these sort of principles effectively, and it's stagnate your growth. That's why you're watching this video. That's why you're in the position you are right now. That's why you're considering booking a call with me or DM me on Instagram in order to sort of get help on this. Because if you didn't need help, you wouldn't be watching this video. You wouldn't need to. You just be implementing this stuff right now. But you can see how complicated it can be, and how you definitely need extra guidance on this, right? As you can see from the homepage, they go straight to the product page, and obviously they have the product, they have the model wearing the product, and they have different shots of the product in different angles. Obviously, you want to do that because people need to see what the product looks like at different angles. They also have different colors. If people want to, this is very good if you want to maximize your AOV, because people typically would like to add different colors to their cart, right? If they really like the design and the way the product looks, they'll add different colors. So it is very powerful. Obviously, they have the size guide. It gives you information about in stock, information about shipping, returns on all orders, and product details as well. So you definitely want to add all of this information. They have the add to cart button, product details, size and fit, material and care, delivery and returns. And obviously, after that, they have a good understanding of what the product is, how it can fit on them, when they can get the item, etc. Right? How they can wash it, blah blah blah. So now they have a understanding. This is something you should implement. Then they have complete the look. This is for people to go ahead and add more complementary items to their cart. Definitely want to do that because you're going to be able to maximize your AUV as a result. So that's what they do. They also have product recommendations as well. This will also add another layer where people can go ahead and view more products. They can add more products to their cart. Next thing they know, they have 7-8 items in their cart, right? So this is what you want to do. And obviously, they'll go ahead and add to cart. Again, you can see here, they have a sticky add to cart, which enables them to go ahead and basically add to basket even when they're halfway down the page. So that's very powerful as well. So you definitely want to do that. This will help to maximize add to cart rates and conversion rates, because doing this compared to just having the add to cart at the top of the page and it not being sticky means that it creates more friction for the potential customer to go ahead and add to cart, which is not what you want, right? If you want to make money, which we all do. So that's what they've done on the product page. And then obviously they'll go to the cart page. You can see here, they gamify the process. They go ahead and say, okay, you're 35 pounds away from free shipping. Basically asking you to go ahead and add more items to your cart, and you'll be rewarded with free shipping. So basically that's gamification. Obviously they have more items and recommendations here, so people can go ahead and add more items to their basket, right? Definitely powerful, especially on the cart page. And yeah, so people go ahead and check out securely, which helps to build trust as well. You see the language they're using there. So that's very powerful as well. You see all these little things which you did not realize beforehand. This is the difference between them getting to the point they are and could have been a very mediocre brand. But they implemented all of this stuff. And again, you won't be able to implement this by yourself, which is why I provide consulting on this, right? You can see here, they also have their email and SMS. So this, I wasn't able to get their emails, but I have a competitor's emails, right? So this is something that would be quite similar to what they do. But obviously, this is a different brand, so they have slightly different branding and different products. But this is an activewear brand, Beyond Yoga. Again, they have limited availability, Dark Spruce. Shop now, they have a call to action. Basically, go ahead to the collection page and view the product, and this will help to maximize conversion rates from the email. Obviously, they have different product shots of this product. They say, shop this new color first as our special gift to you, but hurry because it will sell out. So obviously, that's very powerful. It's going to pretty much put the potential customer in a position where they can go ahead and buy the product and make sure that they're going to go and get it as soon as possible, right? Otherwise, they'll miss out. So that's very powerful. They're basically applying urgency and scarcity, right, in their messaging. And then obviously they have different shots of the product, very powerful. And then obviously they have more pages here where they can go ahead and go through, right? Or click through to. Then they have need help, contact us, free shipping returns, join our community, visit a store near you. So they have all of this, right? Very powerful and something that you can go ahead and implement again. There's certain ways you do this, and it's obviously very technical when it comes to email marketing, because you've got the segmentation part, you've got when you send out the emails, and then you got a data analysis part, which is very, very important as well, because you want to be sending out emails at the right time to the right people and with the right messaging, right, as well. And depending on what campaign you're running, this will very, very dependent on a lot of different things, right? So that can affect the performance of your email campaigns. And so you definitely need guidance on that as well. So again, I provide consulting on all of this. So book in a call below if you need help with that. So that's pretty much it. Obviously, once people go ahead and click on the email, they go straight back to the product pages and the collection pages, where they go ahead and browse the products again and the collections. And eventually they'll end up on the product page where they can go ahead and add to basket. And then they'll go to the checkout, they add more products to their basket again, and then they'll purchase, right? And basically, now you have somebody who's just purchased, you have somebody who also is fully invested in the brand. They most likely are happy with the brand as a whole. Once they receive their products, they'll say, okay, I want to buy from this brand again. Now they build up brand loyalty. Now they go ahead and buy more products via emails, via ads as well, because you can target your current customers via ads. So very powerful, right? And again, they'll go organically to Google, right? They'll go organically via Google. They'll go straight to the website from Google. They may even type in the website URL in the browser. They'll be following the brands on social media. So this is how brands like Honor Active are able to generate this ridiculous amount of revenue, right? 29 million or so, or 26 million in a 12-month period, right? Because they're having a holistic strategy which they're implementing, and it's a closed loop, right? As you can see, I've gone ahead and showcased this, right? Denoted this in this diagram. And you can see it's a closed loop. So those particular customers are not going to leave, right? And on top of that, people who have not bought from the brand yet, they'll still be able to be communicated with via email, via ads, organic, right? So you can see how this is going to basically grow the brand exponentially at a high pace, and how you guarantee that you're making profits as well. Because the problem with brands is that, especially smaller brands like yours, they don't have all of this down packed. So what happens is they'll go ahead and try to market, but they don't even have a bloody website that's optimized for conversions, right? And they're saying, why they're not making any sales? Because your website is trash. You don't have an understanding of how to convert people, right, that you're bringing to the website. So that's a major problem as well. And then when you have people or brands that are trying to enter a new market, they don't have an understanding of the market, right? So what they end up doing is that they end up trying to do the same strategies that worked in one country with a different country, and then they end up making no sales. They end up wasting, losing money, and they wonder why. And it's because they don't have an understanding of the market, which is why they need a consultant in the first place. Other brands, they say, oh, I need to get creatives first in order to do this. Yes, you need creatives, but you also need to optimize your website. You also need to go ahead and build up a following, right? And you don't necessarily need to have all the creatives in the world to do that, right? You just need to go ahead and get creative with it and go ahead and post, right? Because that's what's stopping you from growing. It isn't the creatives that's stopping you from growing. It's your ability to go ahead and be creative with it, right? Pun not intended, right? Is your ability to go ahead and utilize what you already have in order to maximize its output. So that's what needs to be considered. But yeah, this is what they do. And again, you definitely want to try and implement this again. I've just gone through a lot here. And again, this brand here, which did 400K, they never would have been able to achieve this on their own. So you definitely need guidance on this if you want to get to the next level. If you want to stay where you currently are and be where, zero, just starting out, you don't know what you're doing, and you're just going to be doing a failed drop, not going to work, or maybe generate some revenue already, but you're just going to actually decline because you don't have an understanding that competitors are coming into the market and that they're going to take up market share. And then as a result, they're stealing your customers, so you're losing out on money, and you're also losing out on revenue as well. Your revenue is going to decrease over time, and your conversion rate are decreasing as well, because you don't have an understanding of how the game is being played, right? And especially in the e-commerce space, for sure. So that's basically what needs to be done, right? So the best way to do that is to get consulting from me, where I provide solutions on all of this, right? You don't need to have, your production ready if you're just starting out, right? That's the least of your worries. And again, I provide consulting on that as well, because again, you most likely don't know how to go ahead and optimize that process, right? And I've worked with brands on that side as well. So it's very important that you optimize that. And again, you're just wasting your time. Again, if you're working with the wrong suppliers, you're going to end up go ahead and get in deliveries that are like 3 months, 2 months. They're going to get delayed because you're working with the wrong supplier, poor quality supplier. The products may be not what you wanted it to be because you didn't know how to communicate it effectively. And basically, all of these different things I'm going through right now are going to contribute to you getting to the point where you're going to generate a ton of revenue like this brand did, right? This brand basically had my help, and we were able to downpack every part of the process to the point where they are growing exponentially and are growing to a point where they can basically get the cash flow they need to go ahead and scale, right? So that's the point you want to get to. And again, book in the call below. I cover pretty much all these different things. If you watch my other videos, you know this by now. Okay, the creative, the content, right? Organic marketing, I consult on this, so it's tailored to the brand, right? The ads as well, whether that's Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram boosts, even TikTok ads as well, because there's a strategy behind TikTok ads. I work with brands that do TikTok ads, and obviously I've seen brands that have done very well with TikTok ads as well. So all these different things, even Pinterest ads as well. Again, there's loads of different ways you can go ahead and scale the brand. And if you're not at a point where you need to be right now, then it's because you don't know what you're doing. To be quite frank, you definitely need expert guidance on this, because you're losing a ton of revenue every single day because you're not implementing the right things. And again, Black Friday is coming up very soon. You need to start implementing this right now, right? You can't wait any longer. You've got pretty much 2.5 months before Black Friday, and if you're not prepared this month, then it's too late, right? So you definitely need to take action right now and get to the point where you're going to be very successful on BFCM, right? Where you're generating $100, $200, $400,000 in a day, just because you took action, because you implemented the right strategies and went ahead and scaled on that day. So again, I help out with website, email, SMS, and you generate tons of revenue with that. I help with logistics and production, right? How do you go ahead and get this sorted out, right? And make sure that you're getting products out very quickly. But all in all, this is what you do. And basically, book it or go below, and I help you out with all this, right? So this is on Active. This is how they're able to generate over $26 million. Again, please go ahead and DM me on Instagram if you have any questions. And also watch my other video here where you can go ahead and look at another brand where they were able to generate a good ton of revenue as well with pretty much a similar strategy. So see you there.